Hello dear students, welcome to this class. So today in this class let us have a discussion over a poem that is On His Blindness. This poem is written by the greatest English poet John Milton. So before to study this poem, let us discuss about the poet or author John Milton. So here John Milton, he was born in 1608 and died on 1674. ಜಾನ್ ಮಿಲ್ಟನ್ ಅವರು ಹುಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು 1608ರಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾವನ್ನಪ್ಪಿದ್ದು 1674ರಲ್ಲಿ. So here, along with poet, he was a great playwright. During his childhood, he was studied in Christ College in Cambridge. He has wrote during religious and political crisis. ಇವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಬರವಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಧಾರ್ಮಿಕ ಮತ್ತು ರಾಜಕೀಯ ಸಂಕಟದಲ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ತಮ್ಮ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ಸನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. He was known for two great epics in English language. The one is Paradise Lost and another is Paradise Regained. So here the meaning of paradise is heaven, Swarga. So Paradise Lost and again Paradise Regained. So this is the story of how a man was born on this earth. So along with these two words, he was known by many languages. So those are English, Latin, Greek, Hebrew, French, Spanish and Italian. So he was a very knowledgeable and expert in English and even rest of the languages. Along with poems, he has written certain dramas, even pamphlets for his King Oliver Cromwell, so etc. So I hope this is enough for you about the poet. Now let us discuss about the poem. About the poem. This poem was written in 1652 when Milton was at the middle of his age, that is 44. So here, On His Blindness, if you look at the title, so blindness means purudutana. So the word his refers to John Milton. On Milton's blindness. This poem is written by Milton himself on his own. So in this sense, this poem is called as an autobiographical. This is an autobiographical poem. Another thing, now let us discuss about the form of the poem. This poem is written in sonnet form. So it is a sonnet. So sonnet means a poem which have or contains or having 14 lines. 14 lines. So originally this poem has two parts, divided into two parts. One is octave, another one is octave plus sestet. So octave means 8 lines, first 8 line, then 6 line. So 8 plus 6 line, 14 lines. So this is Petrarchan sonnet. So, as I said, this poem is related to John Milton's Blindness. So now, let us see the poem. Now, let us see the poem on his blindness. So, here before to start the poem, let me tell you one thing. This poem is written in 1652. But here John Milton was born in 1608. So there is a gap of 44 years. So this poem is written when John Milton he become blind, that is at the age of 44 years. So here the poet is telling the same thing. When I consider how my life is spent. So if he look at into his life, that how he spent his life. So slowly he has spent or lost his eyesight. So when half my days in this dark world and wide. So he is telling when he has lost his eyesight. So that is means before. Means before half my days. Half my days means half of his life. So that is 44 years. So he has lost his eyesight before he become half of his age in this dark world and wide. So after losing his eyesight, the world seems to him dark and darker. So ಯಾವಾಗ ಇವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳನ್ನು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆವಾಗ ಇವರಿಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಜಗತ್ತು ಒಂದು ಕತ್ತಲ ಕೋಣೆ, ಈ ಒಂದು ದೊಡ್ಡ ಜಗತ್ತು ಕತ್ತಲ ಕೋಣೆಗಿಂತ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಿದೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೈಡ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಬಿಗ್, ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಅ ಹ್ಯೂಜ್. ಈ ಜಗತ್ತು ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸ್ತಿದೆ. And that one talent. So here that one talent refers to the talent of creative writing of the poems. So here talent means creative writing. So he was famous for creative writing or writing the poems. So now that one talent, the talent of writing the poems, which is death to hide. So now he is thinking that after losing his eyesight, he feels that now that writing talent is equal to death, because even though having capacity or ability to write the poems in a well manner, he cannot write the poems because of his eyesight. So here what he feels, his talent now is equal to death. ಅದು ಆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ತನ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಅದು ಒಂದು ಡೆತ್ಗೆ ಸರಿ ಸಮಾನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಡೆತ್ ಟು ಹೈಡ್. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಟು ಹೈಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ಸೈಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಮ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೂ ಕೂಡ ಈಗ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟಿ ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಟು ಹೈಡ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಟ್ಯಾಲೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್. Lodged with me useless, and along with that difficulty he feels that talent is now useless. Why? Because he does not have his eyesight. So that is why here the poet is feeling that one talent is useless, though my soul more bent to serve therewith my maker. So after losing his eyesight, still he is eagerly waiting to write or to give some contribution in poetic field. And now still he has a lot to do, and along with his soul is still waiting to serve his maker. His soul is still bending. Bend means it's in devotion. So in front of God we must bend, isn't it? So that is bending with devotion. So he wanted, or his soul more bent to serve there with my maker. So here the meaning of maker means it refers to God. So still he is keen to serve his God. It shows that he has a lot of faith in God and religious events, and present my true account. And I want to serve my God and present my true account. True account means it's a story, and present before him my true story, lest he returning child. So when I told my story to the God, he does not get angry over me, because he is a God and he has the quality to forgive his devotees. So lest he returning child means does not get angry. Does God exact day labor, light day night? I fondly ask. So now, in the mind of John Milton, suddenly a question arises. So that is, does God exact day labor, light day night? So he is telling that even though losing my eyesight, losing my light, does God expect day labor from me? He wanted to ask this question. ನನ್ನ ಕಣ್ಣುಗಳನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ನನ್ನ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕಳೆದುಕೊಂಡ ಮೇಲೆಯೂ ಕೂಡ ದೇವರು ನನ್ನಿಂದ ಏನಾದರೂ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೇನೋ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಜಾನ್ ಮಿಲ್ಟನ್ ಅವರ ಮನಸ್ಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಐ ಫೌಂಡ್ಲಿ ಆಸ್ಕ್. ಆ ಕ್ವಶನನ್ನು ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಕೇಳಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕುತೂಹಲ ಮೂಡಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಬಟ್ ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಟು ಪ್ರಿವೆಂಟ್. ಆದರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಪೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸಹನ ಶಕ್ತಿ, ತಾಳ್ಮೆ. ತನ್ನ ತಾಳ್ಮೆಯಿಂದ he stops. He didn't ask this question to the God. To prevent means stop. So ಆತ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಈ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕೇಳಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. So after losing his eyesight, actually John Milton, he wanted to ask a question to God, but with his patience he prevented himself, and now that murmur soon replies. That murmur, so that murmur came in replies that God does not need either man's work or his own gifts. So what he feels after that question is, so after preventing himself to ask the question to God, he prevents that, and suddenly he murmurs something. What he murmurs? God does not need either man's work or his own gifts. So he's telling that God does not need anything from man or the man's own gifts to the God, because here God is the creator of man and everything on this planet Earth. So as a being God or powerful, he could not expect anything from this common man, common or ordinary man, even the gifts. ಆದರೆ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಸೊ ನಾವು ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಟೆಂಪಲ್ಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೆಲವು ಹಣಗಳನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಸ್ ಅ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ. ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟ್ರೂ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಟು ದಿ ಗಾಡ್. ಆ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ? ದ ಪ್ರಿಸ್ಟ್ಸ್, ಹೂಎವರ್ ದೇರ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಟೆಂಪಲ್. ಆ ಮಂದಿರದ ಪೂಜಾರಿಗಳು ಆ ಹಣವನ್ನು ಆ ದೇಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ದೇಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ದೇವರು ನಮ್ಮಿಂದ ಏನೂ ಅಪೇಕ್ಷೆ ಪಡೆಯುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಏನನ್ನೂ ಕೇಳುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾಟ್ ಈವನ್ ದ ಗಿಫ್ಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಹಿ ವಾಂಟ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಟು ಓನ್ಲಿ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ದಿ needed people who best bear his mild yoke. So here mild yoke means it is the rule of God. So this planet ruled by God himself, who best bear his mild yoke. So the person who can bear the God and his plans. So ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂದರೆ, ಸೊ ದೇವರು ಮನುಷ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟಾಸ್ಕ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ತಮ್ಮ ಲೈಫ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಸಹನೆಯೊಂದಿಗೆ ಧೈರ್ಯದಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಫೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೊ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಟ್ರೂ ಸರ್ವಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಗಾಡ್. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ದ ಜಾನ್ ಮಿಲ್ಟನ್ he was trying to tell us after having lost his eyesight. So that is the plan of God. He was not angry over the God, isn't it? ಸೊ ತನ್ನ ದೃಷ್ಟಿಯನ್ನು ಕಳೆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಅವನು ದೇವರ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಿಟ್ಟನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇವೊಂದು ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಹಿ ವಾಂಟೆಡ್ ಟು ಸರ್ವ್ ಗಾಡ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಹೀಸ್ ಪೊಯಿಟಿಕ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ಸ್. ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಆತ ತನ್ನ ಪೋಯಮ್ಸ್ನ ದೇವರ ಒಂದು ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಆಸೆ ಇದೆ. They serve him best. His state is kingly. So here, his means it's a God's state. God. So state of the Rajya. So under Prithvi is kingly. So here on this planet, the God himself is the king. Thousands at his bidding speeds and post over land and ocean without rest. They also serve who only stand and wait. So ಈ ಒಂದು ಭೂಮಿ ದೇವರ ಒಂದು ರಾಜ್ಯ ಇದ್ದಂತೆ, and the God himself is the king. So kingly means king, and thousands at his bidding speed. So ದೇವರನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಜನ ಅವ್ರ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಥೌಸಂಡ್ಸ್ ಸಾವಿರಾರು ಜನ ದೇವರ ಒಂದು ಸರ್ವೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ದಂಗೆ. So not only people, so this means not only with people, even the moon, the sun, stars, and even these trees, natural objects, those are also serving the best of theirs to the God. So ಅವುಗಳು ಕೂಡ ದೇವರ ಒಂದು ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿರಂತರವಾಗಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಆಗಿ ತೊಡಗಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ದೇವರ ಒಂದು ಸೇವೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಅಥವಾ ಸೇವೆಯನ್ನು ಸಲ್ಲಿಸಬೇಕು. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಪೋಸ್ಟ್ ಓವರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಓಷನ್ ವಿದೌಟ್ ರೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸೊ there are thousands of people, thousands of natural objects such as sun, moon, the sky, the stars. So those are serving where over the land and over the ocean without rest. Without rest means continuously. They also serve who only stand and wait. And the rest of the other things on this planet, they are also wanted to serve. They also wanted to serve, and they are standing. They are standing and waiting to serve the God. So here ultimately the God is the king, and we all people and even the natural objects from this environment are the servant to the God. The thing is, we cannot stop to serve God. We cannot stop to make our efforts. We should try our efforts or tryings continuously without stopping whatever happens in your life. So this is about the poem. So after studying this poem, still if you have any doubts, you can contact me or approach me. I can clarify your